Hi, this is Rajesh Kumar. I am going to explain the topic data freshness in data replication with parallel frequent item set mining. Before entering to that project, let's know what is the data freshness and data replication and parallel frequent item set mining. What is data freshness? Data freshness is nothing but it implies the freshness of data, and it is the recent message or recent request. There is two types in data freshness, that is strong freshness and weak freshness. Strong freshness is nothing but it fully updated freshness, and all the incoming requests are updated into the server's database. And weak freshness is nothing but partially freshness of data. And what is data replication? Data replication is nothing but duplicating the server's database to the subserver's database. It is like a cloning of hard disk or a database. Data replication in the sense, this is the client, this is the server, and this is subserver. This is the database for server, and this is the database for subserver. If a client send a request to the server, if that is a new request, it will be stored in this server's database and also this subserver's database. Again, the client send the same request to that server, and the server database won't be respond for that, and subserver's database will be responsible for that client, because the subserver is locally located. And parallel frequent item set mining. Parallel frequent item set mining is nothing but if client is unavailable, subserver is unavailable, or it is exceeding the limit number of clients. If a client send to the request to subserver, it can't able to respond for that client. So the request will be transmitted to the server. So we can parallelly access the subserver's database and also the server's database. And why we go for replication in this project? Replication improves the fault tolerance, which means whatever the request we send, the correct response will be there for that request. And construction of large scale systems. In this case, we can able to maintain the large scale systems, that means big network, and it improves the performance. Because of the replication, we can improve the performance. If a client send a request to the subserver or server, it will be respond instantly. And there are two types of replication protocols, that is lazy scheme and eager scheme. Lazy scheme is nothing but it has a separate transaction for execution and also the propagation. And the eager scheme is nothing but the full replica is, that means the replicated database for the subserver is fully updated. And there are three mechanisms in SQL replication, that is master reads binary log. If this is the master, main server, and this is the slave, this is subserver. If client send a request to that master, it will maintain the log file, that is what are the request is coming to that server and what are the responses for that client is saved in the log file. And it can read the binary log, that the master can read all the changes in the binary log, and slave copies the master's binary log. Replication in the sense we are copying the server's database to subserver's database. In this case, this subserver can copy the server's database log, and slave replay event in log. The next mechanism is slave can replay the log, that is what are the master database is stored, and what are the replies are transmitted to the client, that are also can read by the slave. Then there are many types of master and slave configuration. Some of these are master multiple slave, and tree configuration, then ring configuration, network configuration. Then first, what is one master multiple slave? That is, there is only one master, only one server for this configuration, and multiple slaves for the master. This is called master slave. And next one is tree configuration. In this case, there is one server, and there are a number of subservers for this server. And under that, for these subservers, these are all level 1 subservers, and level 2 subservers are the subservers for the level 1. This is called tree configuration. Next one is network configuration. In network configuration, we connected all the database together. In this case, this is on host, and this is on host, this is on host, and there are a separate database for this. These are all connected together. This is called network configuration. And another one is ring configuration. In ring configuration, we are connected. It is also same as a network configuration, but the transaction should be bidirectional. This host can send a request to this host, and this also will respond, and this host also to respond for this request. This is called ring configuration. Then in computer technology, data process plays a major role. What is data process in the sense? All the computer program needs to store and configure the data in the database, which is called a data process. If there is a crash occurred in this data process, we can face some major problems. Even this data process involves in bank systems, military applications, and credit card transactions. If there is a crash or there is a hacking in these systems, we cannot able to maintain our database and also the and the users details, so that we are going for the data replication. In this data replication, we are maintaining the middleware. In this, let's see what is middleware. Before that, the existing system. In this project, the existing system entire database is replicated. First, client, server, and subserver. This is the database for subserver, and this is the database for server. In existing system, we copied the full database to the subserver's database. Because of that, we cannot able to maintain the database, and there is a time consumption, and performance of the database and the performance of the process is very low. So that we go for the proposed system. The proposed system is we can able to update the subserver's database by the frequently used requests. In the sense, the client and server, subservers. This is the database for this is. In this case, if a client sends a request to the server, this is stored in a server's database. If it is an existing request, it is stored into that. It is replicated in subserver's database. After that, it will retrieve in the subserver database itself. We cannot able to go for that server's database. And in existing system, there is the updation is based on the timely manner. If the database is updated through the 1 week or 1 month by the periodically, and in a proposal system the updation is based on priority wise. If the request is new, it will be stored in the service database, and if the request is existing, it will be retrieved from the subservice database. And hardware requirements for this project is basic processor, that is Intel Pentium, and RAM 512 MB, hard disk space 80 GB. Then software requirements is Windows XP, and languages used in this project is MS.NET framework, and database framework is MySQL Server. And there are 4 modules in these systems: designing the client interface, connecting to the database, implement the middleware, generating the replicated database. And flow diagram of this project is, if number of clients is connected to the server by the use of middleware. The service database, if a client send a request to that server, it will be go through by the middleware. And the use of middleware, middleware is maybe a software or hardware. In our project, middleware will check whether the client's request is frequently used. I mean, if the client request is new, it will be go to that service database, and if the client request is existing one, it will be retrieved from the subservice database. If client one is send a request to that server, the middleware will check the request is new or existing. If it is new one, it will be go to the service database, and if it is an existing request, it will be go to the replicated service, that is subservice database. And the first module is designing the client interface. In this module, we use VB.NET to design the client interface. It is the framework of Microsoft, and this client designing the client interface module is used to design the GUI, that is graphical user interface. It allows the user to interact with the electronic systems easily, and the designing issues are user it won't affect the system's resources, and it will be the performance of this interface designing client interface is very easy, and designing goals, it is very easy to interact, and the layout and graphical designs of this are very exact to the user, and it will be designed in user's local language. And this case, the example for this are, this is the text box, and this is the button, this is the table to show the results. If an user enter a request to this text box by the use of this submit button, the result will be shown in the table. This is very easy to interact in this. We can easily retrieve the data from the database. And next is connecting to the database. We are establishing the connection to the server and client to the database. Database is nothing but it is used to organize the data effectively. We are storing the data into the database, and for that we are using DBMS, that is a database management system. This DBMS means we are creating the database and we are maintaining the database to update and delete and alter the database and all, and implementing the middleware. In our project, middleware is used to find whether the request is a recent or new or existing one. This is used to handle the request and response between the client and server, and the middleware will be able to find the query is a new or existing one and store it to the hash table. Hash table is nothing but used to store the user's request and it is used to identify the request is frequently used or not. Then generating the replicated database. In this case, we are identifying to store the data that is being replicated servers database with the help of middleware. In this case, we are using the this is the client, this is server, and this is subserver. This server's database is located at some other point, and the client is located in local, and the subserver also located at the local. If client send a request to that subserver, if the data is stored in the subserver, it will be easily retrieved to the client, and it is not in the subserver, it will transmit that request to that server, and in that server, if the data is available, it will be response to the client. This is used by the MySQL commands, that is the command for the creating the new connection is static MySQL connection. We want to provide whether it is a new connection or existing connection. If we want to create a database, or we want to update or maintain the database, that is insert, delete, and alter and all. First, we want to create the database. The connection name is new, and new MySQL connection. Then we want to provide the IP address of the server. That is, if it is locally located, it means a local host, and it is located at some other point. We want to specify the IP address of that, and we want to provide the port number also. Then, what is the database name? Database name want to specify in this. Want to database name is equal to database one and something, and we want to provide the password and username of the MySQL, that is root. What are the user predict in this in his MySQL framework we want to provide. Then after that we want to configure the database using MySQL by the MySQL command. SQL command name is equal to this SQL command name is equal to new MySQL command. In this we want to provide the query and data connection and the database name also. Main use of this project is to provide the data to the client effective manner, and instead of replicating the whole database to that subserver, we want to replicate only the frequently used items of the subserver. And this project performance also high, and availability of this data also high. Thank you.